What's up, boys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a video that is much different than what I normally make. I'm going to try to stay serious for a few minutes. We'll see how that goes, but I really do not like where the sports gaming industry is at and where it looks like it's heading, so I'm hoping I can use my platform to make a change. I understand not all of the points I come up with are going to be great ideas or even possible to do in the near future, but if you agree with any of these points, make sure to comment about it, interact with those comments, and feel free to add some upgrades to the game of your own that you want to see in the future. And the more publicity this video gets, the more likely sports gaming industry will improve, so like, share, fax a screenshot to your neighbors, anything will help. Also in this video, I'm going to be announcing the details of my March Madness tournament group. The top 3 brackets will get some really cool prizes thanks to Pristine Auction, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But without any further ado, this is 99 ways I want to see NBA 2k23 improved. So if you don't know anything about the development company of NBA 2K, they are created by the software company Take-Two Interactive. They are consistently one of the top 10 most profitable gaming companies in the world. They make hundreds of games but are known for 2. NBA 2K and Grand Theft Auto. GTA will come up later in this video, but the point is they make a ridiculous amount of money and their only real sports gaming competition is EA, who hasn't released a basketball game since 2019, but they plan to make more basketball games in the future. And one of the best ways to improve a game or any aspect of life is to have competition. So EA, I'm begging you, come back. Number 1, the WNBA players should be able to play the NBA players. They've already done all the work to put them in the game. It's possible to copy over a WNBA player and turn them into an NBA player, but it's just a lot of work. I just don't get why this isn't already a thing. Number 2, all-star events should be in the main menu. You can access them through MyGM mode and MyCareer mode, but it's just very difficult to do. It would make a lot more sense if you were just able to access this from the main menu and then also play your friends online and possibly with your MyCareer players. They also need to add more all-star events to the game. The obvious one is that there should be a skills challenge, but they even used to have a celebrity all-star game and they took it out. Number 4, fix the shooting bar delay / input lag. The user shot timing offline makes a ton of sense. It seems accurate, and then as soon as you go into an online game, you have to predict it and get used to it. They could either upgrade their servers or downgrade on the size of the city, which I'm personally not a fan of. Add more colleges to the game, preferably 64 to 68, so we can have a real March Madness tournament. And speaking of college basketball, March Madness is right around the corner. I hosted a bracket group last year that was a ton of fun and gave away prizes to the owners of the top 3 brackets. I'm hosting another March Madness giveaway, but the prizes are going to be even better, much better, thanks to PristineAuction.com, the sponsor of this video and this year's tournament challenge giveaway. The 3rd place prize will be a Trae Young 2019-2020 Panini Mosaic Reactive Orange card in gem mint condition. The 2nd place prize will be a signed shoe from Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the 1st place prize is going to be a signed Luka Doncic City Edition Mavericks jersey. If you are an OG of this channel, then you should know that I am a sports memorabilia collector myself. So not only would I love to beat all of your brackets and take home one of these prizes, but I love the concept of PristineAuction.com, and I am proud to partner with them on this year's March Madness giveaway. If you don't know about PristineAuction.com, they are the most trusted sports memorabilia collection auction site. Auctions start at just $1, and there are some very cool items on there for sports fans and those who collect everything in between. There are over thousands of autographed items on the site every day, and every auction starts at just $1, so you can win signed, authenticated memorabilia at affordable prices. Every item on PristineAuction.com comes with a certificate of authenticity from the industry's most reputable authenticators. I guarantee each and every one of you can find an item on here that will interest you. They have it all, from game-used basketballs signed by Shaquille O'Neal to acoustic guitars signed by Post Malone. They have a ton of mint condition trading cards, framed jerseys, mystery boxes, comic books, and much more. They even have a signed poster from Dwight Schrute from The Office. Their website is amazing and it's easy to use. Upgrade your collection of signed memorabilia today and get $10 off the first item you win by using my code Frosti while signing up. So go to PristineAuction.com or follow the link in the description to get $10 off your first piece of signed memorabilia. Again, that's code Frosti, F-R-O-S-T-I. To join the March Madness giveaway, download the ESPN Tournament Challenge and join the group Frosti/PristineAuction. The deadline to join is March 17th. There will be more details in the description of this video. Thanks again to Pristine Auction for sponsoring this video and the March Madness giveaway. But let's get back into the video. Number 6, add flagrant fouls and suspensions to the game. I understand that NBA 2K wants to keep this game E for everyone, but this is just a part of basketball in real life. There should be a slider for technical fouls. The only way you can affect this right now in the current state of 2K is changing the hard foul tendency, but even if you turn up every player on both teams' hard foul tendency to the max, it is still a very rare occasion to see this happen. Number 8, I would like an option to antagonize players within the game. This should put you at risk for receiving a foul or technical foul. There could be a sneaky antagonist badge like Dennis Rodman. I know I'm stuck on the topic of technical technical fouls here, but I would love it if you could choose how long you want to hang on the rim. It could be as simple as just holding down the dunk button until you feel like getting off the rim. Another part of basketball, delay of game warnings. Choose if you want to touch the ball after the shot goes in. Play some mind games with your opponents. You might already know I'm a big LeBron fan, so at number 11, I want to be able to complain about calls. This is another family-friendly way that you could be earning technicals in the game, and it could also be determined by your reputation within the league. Number 12, have individual relationships with the players throughout the league. You should be able to build friendships or enemies throughout the game. Number 13, you should be able to stare down players after dunks or stare down fans after shots. I know they currently allow you to hit a button and just emote your way down the court, but it would be cooler if you could emote and point in the direction you want to do it at, like the player you just dunked on. 14, you should have the option to pick up teammates and opponents after they fall down, and this should affect your relationship with those players. In the pregame and postgame, you should have the option to shake hands with the opposing team. Number 16, be able to trade jerseys with players after the game. You could plan to do this through your phone with opposing players. Then after you do this, you should be able to hang these jerseys up in your apartment. Number 17, I would like to see a jersey tugging animation. This could go into the antagonizing part that I talked about earlier, or just make it a random event, but either way, I just think that would be cool. Number 18, you should have a league respect bar within your MyCareer. This should affect how your games are refereed and how the fans react to you across the league. And based off this, you could make the ultimate goal to be some type of legend status that makes you the new NBA logo. The WNBA mode is a joke. They need to fix it. If you're going to include this in the game, then it needs to be improved. I'm sure not many of you have looked into the WNBA MyCareer, but I'm a YouTuber with way too much time on my hands, and WNBA MyCareer looks like it belongs on the GameCube. 21, give the fans in the stands drinks and snacks. We already see 2K mention this when you're a GM. All the fans in the game currently look like a bunch of Kawhi Leonards that don't need to eat or drink. They should also include animations for when you dive or go into the crowd on purpose and spill the drinks if you run into them. 22, there needs to be more commentary for unusual events like expansion teams and unrealistic records. And this goes into number 23, which is a huge complaint for me. There needs to be significantly more commentary in the game. It's very bland and repetitive. They just use the same commentary year after year. They either need to hire more commentators or cheaper ones like they use in your high school career or in WNBA game modes. But what I wish they would do is just buy the rights to the voices of the commentators year by year and just use software to have them say whatever 2K can come up with. Number 24, there should be custom bench celebrations. You should be able to buy them and assign them from the main menu of whatever game mode you are in, and team chemistry should have an effect on this and unlock cooler animations to do. Number 25, again, like I said, I'm a LeBron fan. You should be able to request your teammates to be traded. 26, allow your team to send you back to the G League, and you should be able to be cut from your team entirely if you are performing terribly. I really hope there's nobody out there that would see this unironically, but it would be a cool thing to add. Number 27, I would like a coaching mode that is strictly coaching. I'm not talking GM. I want to be on the bench, calling plays, setting the minutes and the rotations. I would also like the ability to create a head coach from start to finish like a player, including their height, weight, age, and voice. Number 29, there should be a bar for your relationship with your coach. This exists in my GM mode, but I think it should also be in my career mode and not just be only team chemistry. Number 30, you should be able to hear your coaches in the game, and they should give you more instructions which you can choose to obey or ignore. Number 31, I want the option to twirl my finger to review a play. At the end of the day, in real life, it is the coach's call if they want to do this or not, so this could be determined by your relationship with your coach. Number 32, you should be able to ask for a break in the game and ask to be put back in the game if the coach's trust is high enough in my career mode. Number 33, include celebrities in the game. They should be in the stands. You could add celebrity cameras. They should also feature real life owners, such as the Clippers owner, I can't think of his name, the Microsoft nerd or something. Mark Cuban is another active NBA owner, and Michael Jordan is another notable one. Number 35, you should be able to add and customize super fans or just have random ones. I've seen this in past NFL games, and it would just add more uniqueness to the fans in the entirety of the game. Number 36, this is pretty petty, but the courtside fans shouldn't look the same as the fans in the rafters. If you're gonna put more detail into the fans, then you should start with the courtside ticket owners. You can have them wear more expensive clothing and jewelry that is already in the game. Number 37, there should be more national anthem singers. If you could land celebrities to be in this game, you could reuse their performances. You could have terrible ones just for jokes, a choir, or have the crowd start singing it? This could also be a decision that you need to make for every home game when you're playing MyGM mode. Number 38, there should be custom warm-ups. There should be multiple pre-built choices like you do for the jerseys, and there definitely needs to be classic ones. You should also have the option to get more shots up before the game, maybe choose how early you want to come out instead of being stuck with just a minute. Number 40, there should be better player introductions when it comes to the starting lineup. There could be better effects in the arena, maybe a hype tape that goes up on the big screen. It would be really cool if you could look around in first person like you are when you're on the bench during MyCareer. Number 41, you should be able to call a tip-off play. For instance, if you win the tip-off, have somebody down the court set a back screen and attempt an alley-oop. Number 42, they should add a setting to skip timeouts immediately and just skip the animation entirely so you don't have to wait 5 seconds every time it's spam A. I would appreciate it if you could just turn on a quick play mode that skips a whole bunch of things. Go straight into the game at the tip-off. There should be no timeout animations and no breaks in between the quarters and half times. Number 43, you should have the option to remove in-game beats but keep the PA announcer. Currently, for some reason, those are just bunched together. And just a bold basketball opinion in general, I hate the in-game beats that they play during the NBA. I think they're one of the only leagues in the world that does this, and it just kills the fan experience. Go compare fans in Europe or in college basketball to the NBA. There is a huge difference between these, and I blame a lot of this on whoever thought it was a good idea to have some guy up there with a keyboard just going to town. Number 44, I think it would be really cool if we're going to keep the in-game beats, allow us to customize them some. Add more to the game and let us choose what we want, or give us the freedom to add some of our own. 45, your controller should vibrate or your screen should shake more if you're in an intense moment or nervous at the beginning of your career. This would also make a lot of sense for this to be a thing when you're going through a cold streak in the middle of a game. Number 46, a weird one, but it's weird that it exists and I have to say it. You should give the players thighs. When they fall on the ground, you can see if they're shorts, it's a void, and it's creepy. Number 47, give us the option to try to dunk every time that we want to, even if it's a complete mess up. Number 48, you should have a chance of falling hard after a dunk. This would make sense if you're going for a contact dunk or a flashy dunk, and this should run the risk of injury for your player. Number 49, please make cross-court passes more realistic. I think sometimes that 2K forgets that these are NBA players who are capable of completing a basic pass. Other than DeAndre Jordan, I don't know who really does this in real life. Number 50, these sprinting animations need to be improved. Possibly give us different sprinting animations to choose from like FIFA already does. Number 51, not every player should be able to nearly contest a 3 from standing on the block. CPU defense needs to chill out. You can have your game difficulty set to rookie or Hall of Fame, but the on-ball defense looks about the same. Number 53, you should be able to flop on offense. Number 54, you should add flags in the stands for foreign players. This would make a lot of sense when you're at games for Giannis or Luka, but also in MyCareer mode, I think you should have the freedom to choose where you are from. 55, you should add a relationship bar with your hometown fans and NBA fans across the league. This should determine how the fans in the game interact with you. It could be a positive effect like your Kobe Bryant or a negative effect like your Ben Simmons. Number 56, you should have the option to interact with fans more often. You should be able to ignore them, take pictures, or give away gear. 57, the fans around the city and park should be able to stop you for autographs and pictures. 58, you need to add more press conference questions that are more related to your game performances and add more answers. 59, you should also have the option to skip these press conferences, which could result in fines, you could lose fans, or it should irritate the press, which will make them ask you more irrational questions. Number 60, MyCareer should take salary cap into consideration. In every 2K I've ever played, you've been able to just put together an unrealistic super team as long as you request the players before the offseason, test free agency, and sign back with that original team. Besides, I think they should also give you a separate amount of money in the game that is realistic to your contract and then have a separate VC count. And this goes into my next point. There should be more purchases in general like in the NHL games. In this game, you can buy cars, therapists, doctors, vacation homes, businesses, and etc. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the owners of 2K are the same people that own GTA. So if you could buy cars in this game, the one sports game that could do it right and get shots of you driving realistic cars into the arena is NBA 2K. Number 62, you should be able to choose how you spend your free time off the court even if you don't actually have to spend time doing it. You can choose to hit the gym every night, stay at home, stream video games, or go out, and this should affect your fatigue and money. Number 63, I think there should be more preset outfits that you can put together and store in your apartment. Currently, I believe you can only have 2, but on GTA, which was created in 2013, you can have 10. Number 64, remove the fashion runway. Nobody asked for this. You should earn your shoe deals through basketball. Number 65, you should be able to completely customize the shoe colorways of the shoes that already exist in the game. Number 66, you should add add multiple voices to the MyCareer players. Number 67, if they can get more colleges in the game, then they should rank your college team and high school team. Number 68, I think you should allow 7-6 MyCareer builds, and year by year, this should just be based off the tallest active NBA player, which is currently Taco Fall. Number 69, you should be able to antagonize players past and present through social media. Number 70, I kind of touched on this earlier, but there should be a possibility of injury in MyCareer. Number 71, players should bald in the game. Looking at you, KD and LeBron. Number 72, players should gain weight and look like they have. There should be a highlight show included in the game. This should be from different perspectives than just the camera mode you chose to play in. And it would also be cool if you could see other random highlights throughout the league. Number 75, there should be a better championship ring ceremony. I'm not talking about the parade where the robots are jumping up and down and you say a few things. I'm talking about when you actually get your ring at the start of the next NBA season. And you should still be awarded your ring the next time you play your previous team if you switch teams over the offseason. Number 76, you should add GM voices and voice actors throughout the GM mode instead of just including text on the screen. 77, there should be better halftime shows. Have the option to choose which one you want when you're playing GM mode. 78, there should be more customization to arenas like in MLB The Show. 79, I also think it would be cool if we could create tiny arenas that look old-fashioned. Number 80, you should be able to choose custom courts in the pregame lobbies. This should be similar to picking a jersey before a game. Number 81, they should change the city of the All-Star game every year in MyCareer, and they should prepare court images ahead of time. Number 82, I would like the freedom to customize my All-Star jerseys or let me download them from other creators. Another really cool option would be able to let them play in their own home or away jerseys. 83, my league mode should have old basketball rules or future basketball rules, like taking away the three-pointer, adding a four-pointer, or adding illegal defenses. 84, add ABA teams to the game. 85, I just want to see more classic teams added to the game in general. For instance, the 14-15 Hawks, the 76ers when they have Jimmy Butler. I would like to see a team with Prime Wilt on it, and I'm sure there's many other teams we could think of that should be added to the game. 86, if it is possible, they should add more foreign leagues to the game. 87, they should work on adding a FIBA tournament or the Olympics. 88, you should have the option to upload a complete body scan to the game, maybe even have a mode that only allows you to play with your realistic height and size. You'd have to make sure people can't cheat this, and I'm pretty sure VR Basketball is already doing this. 89, I think it would be cool if you could scan your jump shot or free throw and add it into the game. However, I know the 2K community far too well, so you would definitely need to get approval before you enter it into the game. Under the same circumstances, I think you should be able to scan a celebration and upload it to the game, or if scanning this would be too hard to do, you could just listen to the 2K community more. I'm sure Speed has some ideas for them. Another thing that would definitely need to be approved before it could go into the game, I would like to see more custom tattoos. 92, I don't think there's any way they'd possibly do this, but I would love the option to disable 2K TV. I don't know anybody out there who is up to date on the recent 2K TV episodes. It just sounds like a big waste of money. 93, they can chill out with the MyCareer trauma and drama. It seems like every single year they have bigger and bigger daddy issues. 94, this is another big bias complaint by me. I think my team is a mess. At the end of the year, everybody's a 99 overall, even if they're a complete nobody. I think the overalls should be more realistic to the actual overalls of the players in the game. 95, they need to improve anti-cheat software on PC so we have a possibility of playing crossplay. 96, they should start working on a first-person point of view camera mode. 97, give in to Charles Barkley's demands so him and other players will give their rights to be in the game. In the past, all he asked for was them to pay $1 million to the Retired Players Fund. If this happened, the Suns' all-time team would be a lot better, his classic teams would be really cool and fun to play with. And number 98, they could include the TNT show instead of the 2K halftime show. Charles Barkley would make a halftime show in a video game worth watching. And number 99, the final recommendation I have for 2K. First of all, Ja Morant should be the cover of NBA 2k23, but if 2k23 could come to their senses and find a way to add Charles Barkley to the game, I would make him the Legend Edition cover. Without a doubt, that would be the highest selling Legend Edition copy to ever be published. But that's gonna do it for today's video. That is 99 ways I would like to see NBA 2k23 improved. If you couldn't tell, I don't have much to say about the park and city because that is where they make the most of their money, so it's highly unlikely that they will go off course of what they plan to do in that section of the game. And to be fair, that is the part of NBA 2K that improves the most on a yearly basis. Basketball games in general have come a long way in the past decade or two thanks to the creators of NBA 2K. However, in recent years, the development has really slowed down, so I'm hoping we can get more upgrades to the game other than better graphics. I also hope that 2K will see this video and consider some of my recommendations. A way you could make this happen is by clicking some of the buttons down below. And again, thank you to Pristine Auction for sponsoring this video and supplying me with this year's bracket challenge prizes. Like I said, if you want to enter this giveaway, make sure you do it by March 17th, and you can find more details in the description below. Also, go check out Pristine Auction on their social medias. Their social media pages will keep you up to date with some of the coolest items that they have to offer. They consistently have a great inventory and thousands of items are being auctioned off each day. But thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.